Hi everybody, my name is Ashley and I am a streamer on Twitch. I was recently asked to share a video with you guys about what I would do if I were just getting ready to start streaming on Twitch, or if I've already been streaming but I'm still fairly new to it and I'd like to make my stream a little bit more professional. So I have 5 tips and tricks for you guys today, and I'm hoping that once seeing these, it'll make you guys feel like you know what you want to do, and it'll also encourage you guys to get started and become the streamer that you really want to be. If you enjoyed my video today, please like and subscribe, and also write in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to cover. So let's start off with tip number 1. My first tip is that you should definitely have a camera. I know there's a lot of different opinions out there on if you really should stream with a camera or not. This is a constantly asked question. But in my personal opinion, I think it can only benefit you to have a camera on you. People want to see what you look like. They want to get to know you on stream. If you are playing a game and no one really has a face to talk to, it doesn't make you as personable, and it's really hard to remember you as a streamer. Having a camera makes you your own personality and your own business. It's putting a face to that business, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't think about. Getting in front of a camera is just something that you need to be comfortable with. So start by just making eye contact with your camera, getting used to looking at the lens instead of at your screen. No one wants to watch someone where they're just looking down the whole time. It's really hard to feel like you're actually connecting with someone. I know a lot of people will ask, do I have to have a camera in order to stream? No, you do not have to have one. But having one is going to set you apart from all the other streamers. There's constantly a ton of people on Twitch streaming at one given time. So having a camera at least makes you somewhat different from people. If you don't have one, have some kind of way to interact with your audience. Maybe you're really creative, or you're trying to do, I know the new thing right now is having kind of an anime creature over yourself and you talk through that. Having something though is important. Whereas we don't want to just watch you play video games. No one comes to just see someone play a video game, and if they are, they're going to go for some of the top streamers that have been playing and that we know really well. You need to start off your business by just creating something new and bringing those people in. And starting to bring those people in, a great way that I just recommend right off the bat that's so easy is just starting off with that camera. So for tip number 2, I recommend that you first off, before you even start streaming to an audience, test everything. Make sure that everything's running smoothly, that the game you want to play is actually playable on your console or your setup, whatever you're running off of, honestly. No one wants to come into a stream and watch frame rates drop and not be sure what's exactly going on in the stream. The worst thing ever is actually being pointed out that you're having technical difficulties live. That is so embarrassing. So just to spare yourself any of that, just start off by testing everything. You can go to this website called Twitch Inspector, and it will actually let you have this free tool where you can test your own stream without officially going live. So you don't have to worry about anybody coming in and watching you just in case things don't go as planned. When you go to this website, if you look, it'll have your own custom Twitch name and your profile. And on this right side, it'll say bitrate. If you go to run a stream test, it'll give you 3 steps that you need to do between giving your stream key to your Twitch dashboard. It'll give you a code that you need to enter into OBS or Streamlabs, whichever one you use. And at the very end, you're going to do a bandwidth test. What this will do is after you've run your test offline without people seeing you, it will go ahead and send you a chart letting you know if your bitrate is high enough and also if you're dropping frames. This is super important depending on what kind of games you want to play. So when you're doing this test, try different games out and seeing how your computer can actually run them before you go live and figure out while you're live. So one thing a lot of people end up asking is my bitrate too high or too low? Not only will it let you know if it's too high, but it will also let you know if it's too low so that you can increase it. The nice thing about this is that it'll be less intensive on your viewers if you can figure out ahead of time what bitrate you need to be streaming in, especially per game. Different games require different amounts of bitrate. If I'm going to stream Call of Duty, I should probably have a higher bitrate compared to if I'm going to stream, let's say, RuneScape, I could probably lower it a little bit. So that's important to know where you stand so that your stream runs smoothly no matter what game you're playing. Now, Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to go buy the fanciest things out there and make sure that everything is decked out and you have the best of the best. Do not do that. When you start streaming, you want to make sure you actually enjoy streaming. You don't want to go buy everything and put all of this money into something that you're just getting ready to start. That's just not a good investment. The best thing to do is use these free tools and just make sure that you're playing a game that you can actually run. If you cannot play Call of Duty, for example, and you really, really want to, try playing a different game first, seeing if you even like being in front of the camera, and then make the investment for what you need to run Call of Duty. That way you know that you are actually spending your money in something you really want to put your time into. So something that's really important about this tip is that having a more professional stream is going to bring in more viewers. Now, I'm not saying just because you have a professional stream, you're going to suddenly grow exponentially on Twitch, but it will set you apart. I know it's really tough in the beginning because Twitch doesn't actually broadcast your stream and do a good job about telling other people, hey, come check this person out. You're going to have to do more work on social media for that. But at the very least, when you do get those people, you're going to have a setup that you can feel proud of and that you know is going to run smoothly, which is just going to make your stream altogether so much easier. All right, we're now on tip number 3. And for my third tip, this is such a big one for me, you guys. Honestly, you would be surprised how big this is. Please, 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 for all of you that either are streaming or for those of you that are getting ready, come up with a consistent schedule. It is so frustrating when someone just goes live whenever and you have no idea when you're going to be able to find them. The biggest complaint I have is think of it like a business. So let's say I start my own business. I'm going to open my doors, get ready. I'm super excited. But whenever my guests show up, there's no listed hours on the door. And on top of that, there's no days listed on the door either. They just hopefully have to show up whenever I'm there. That is so frustrating. I would never build a business that way, and most people probably wouldn't come back because they wouldn't know when. So I know some of you have different schedules. Some of you, this is just a hobby. I would highly recommend at least updating a weekly schedule then. Just something to keep your consistency, because when you're consistent, your viewers are going to be more consistent. I feel like so many people just go live whenever they feel like it, and they'll take days off whenever they feel like it. And that's fine if you just want to stream on Twitch and just have fun, but if you're actually looking for some growth or trying to keep a business out of this, you need to treat it like a business and make your own schedule. I think that would help so much for so many people, just knowing when they're going live. I would love to know when my favorite streamers are going live. If they went live whenever, I probably would never catch them anymore. And that's really important. Everyone's in a different time zone. You're getting people from all over the world, hopefully, who are going to see your face and meet your stream and enjoy it. The best part about that is that they need to know what time to count on. And if they're making up for a time difference, they want to make sure it's consistent. It's really confusing to try and keep up with who's where, what time they're starting. So sending out a last-minute notification just doesn't work for too many people. They need to have a plan in mind. So try to keep some consistency. Try not to take too many days off. Obviously, keep a healthy balance, but just having something that people can rely on will make you a better streamer. All right, so now we're on tip number 4. For tip number 4, I would like you guys to keep this in mind no matter what point you're at in your streaming career, because it is the hardest thing that literally everybody on the internet struggles with. And you guess what it is? It's no expectations. We all come into streaming and think, oh, I'm gonna be an affiliate in like 1 week, and it's gonna be great. Or I'm going to go ahead and get partner right off the bat. I got this. I'm a great streamer. I deserve this. I've been working my butt off. Does that sound familiar? Or you're on the other end and you are expecting to see something from yourself because you've watched everyone else do it, which is the worst kind of expectation you can put on yourself. That is an expectation that comes from being jealous or potentially wanting something that someone else has and has worked for. You're not going to look like everybody else on Twitch, and that is okay. Your story might be completely different. You might reach affiliate in a week. You might reach affiliate in a year. And either one is completely fine, and you don't need to feel bad about that. And that is totally okay. Be proud of yourself. You're getting ready to put yourself on the internet in front of people. You're getting ready to speak into people's lives and make a difference. That is something to be proud of. And honestly, the best thing you can do is take it day by day. Just look at your last stream. Did you do a good job? Was there something you really liked? Was there something that you would like to avoid? That's what you need to build your expectations off of, is your own self and how to make every stream better than the next. Not what your friend Bob over there is doing, or, hey, you know, I deserve this. That's the worst attitude. No one wants to see a Twitch streamer feel like they deserve everything they got. We like humble people. We like to support those people. So just be happy in yourself and confident in who you are. You'll get there eventually. All right, you guys, we've officially made it to tip number 5, the final tip of the day. I think the most important thing you can start off with before you even get ready to stream is branding. Making sure you know what kind of username you want to have, what kind of games are you going to play, what you want your community to look like. Those are really important things. On top of the aesthetics of your stream, do your panels look nice? Are they all the same colors? Do things cohesively just come together and someone just looks at your stream and goes, oh, that looks nice. They put effort into that. That is something everyone in the world can do for free. That's the best part of it. So to start, I would recommend making a list. A lot of other streamers have recommended this, and there's lots of different resources out there. For me, I actually went and talked to my family and my friends and had them all come up with silly usernames for me, and they were pretty funny. Honestly, some of the ideas were interesting. It was really nice to see what they had to say about me and what they thought like I would portray when I started streaming. It took about 2 weeks before I actually came up with my theme and what I really enjoyed and how my games would coincide with that. And it will take time, but if you put that amount of time and effort into your brand, when you start, it's all gonna mesh together and people really appreciate that. There's something aesthetically pleasing to coming to someone's stream and seeing that they put effort into their panels, and when you see their theme, it all comes together. There's something that we like about that. I don't know, something psychologically, I suppose. So one thing I do want to point out is just because you've come up with a brand, that doesn't mean it won't change in the future. More often than not, we tend to tweak and change things as we grow and learn. But that's okay. Have a building block to start off of so that when you get ready for your first stream, you know you at least have all of this put together for people when they do start showing up. And it will happen. Just give it a little bit of time and honestly, just keep streaming. So now that you've had all of my tips, these are just things I would personally recommend. That doesn't mean that you have to do them in order to succeed or that there's no other opinions out there. But there's something I wish I had known when I had started, and it's something that I'd love to pass on to you guys to encourage you to get ready, get started streaming. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be exciting. There's gonna be moments where it's gonna be a little tough, but it's gonna be worth it. If you're gonna stream, you need to put some effort into it, and it's not that hard. You have so many free resources available to you. I'll make sure to tag some down below as well in this video. So get working on those things, and thank you for coming to my video, and as always, our signature sign off. Bye!